It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo.
We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Facebook, YouTube, Mayegun diary, Mayegun power. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary. Mayegun diary, Mayegun power. Bó bá ṣe rere, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun power.
Thank you so much for joining me again from wherever you are watching from. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Just tell them, Mayegun today.
farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
One honorable of Labour Party couldn't wait for their swearing in before he publicly betrayed his own emotion. And now they are roasting him.
Lórí Facebook. Lórí YouTube. Bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Also, today, when Kanu met with the royal fathers, I'm going to tell you about all of these visits and why they are so important to Kanu in a way of kind of indirectly legitimizing the illegitimacy. Share this broadcast.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
And I'm also going to take you to the court now. And thank you for joining me again tonight. Tonight, I bring to you the trending kind of betrayal. And if you kind of listen to the video and the event that led to that, and what is currently going on in Nigeria, you will think the Labour Party and their representatives, whether they are Senate or they are reps, they are not going to tell you that election is over. Therefore, they are joining the mainstream. Some of you will probably expect the Julius Malema kind of people's representatives. I'm talking about Malema of South Africa. You know, they are like disruptors. They don't agree with the norm. And you know, they are actually like popular for that. Unfortunately, Nigeria is Nigeria. And one of the beneficiaries of the obedient movement, or and obedient wave that swept through the political space of Nigeria in the last 10 months before their elections, right? People are beginning to suspect them that they are going to, you know, they are like not many. For example, in the House of Representatives, I think they only have about 38. Well, that's substantial. That's many, right? In the Senate, they have about 8, right? That's also not bad. But nevertheless, they were invited. Now, let me tell you this, how this kind of always play out. Majority of politicians in Nigeria, right? Even those who are not that kind of prominent or popular, they are all looking for a way and means to get a meal ticket to the table. A lot of Nigerians, like I've told you, right, they have studied the political space for so long, and many of them have tried and failed in getting that meal ticket through PDP and APC. So usually, politicians kind of always fall back on smaller parties that they can use, okay, in getting their meal tickets. And in order to fully belong, the moment they begin to mingle and jingle and all of that, they will just say, you know what, I'm decamping to APC and PDP. So when the obedient movement started, they honed it. You get what I mean now? The obedient, they honed the whole movement, everything about it. The campaign, the narrative, the candidate, they honed everything. Therefore, they kind of feel in control. And as they were being told that they will be used and dumped the moment the dust is settled, right? The dust is not settled, and some of them are already kind of, showing that symptom of a betrayal that is still to come. But with obedience, they believe that if they elect them, they can recall them. And just before the first swearing in for this new elected National Assembly members, one of them already put a tag on himself. He's called Honorable Electee Ogba from Abia State. You're going to hear him. So in Nigeria, so when the election is kind of settled, it will be the time for cross-carpeting, because, of course, they were elected to go and make laws. Abi, Shebi, that's why you elected them, to make good laws for you. But you know that is the least thing they actually do in that place. The most important thing for them is, if you are smart enough and you belong to the right clique, when they begin to share the juicy offices they created for themselves, they call them committees. Senate committee on this, House committee on that. So there are juicy committees that even if you are from minority party, if you play your card well, smart enough according to them, you can get selected into juicy committees where you will begin your own career of budget manipulation, budget padding, and every other thing that pays, as long as there is money. Now, you see, the arrangement normally is this. You have the executive, which is the president, and all the executives, all of them. Then you have the legislatures. Their job is to make laws, okay? And at the same time, to check and balance on the executive. Then you have the judiciary. Their own job is to interpret whichever law the lawmakers make, okay? If there is any dispute about them, you take them to the judiciary. So therefore, the main branch, right, that really have the main power, right, that all these other two are only there to what? To checkmate, is the executive. So what they do normally is that when the political party is declared as the executive, the president, their next job will be to control the supposed organ of government that should be controlling them, the National Assembly. And it starts from the selection of their leadership. That's where the politics of whether you have an ideology of Labour or you have ideology of PDP or APC, they don't really matter anymore. It is now time to start the trading. They call it horse trading or something like that. This is where the betrayal will start from, where you begin to ask, where are our own honorable? Where are our own? You know what I mean? So this is where they start shoveling it. But it doesn't come cheap too, okay? Because it is all about how much money they will be able to have access to and loot unchallenged, okay? The Senate president of the current Senate president that is living, right, is the one that is a signatory to all of the trillions of naira that Bokwari plundered. They legalized everything for him. Instead of them to probe them, expose them, the likes of Sirika and Co., right? They legalized all the stealing. That is not going to come cheap. So they'll get their own courts, just like you heard when they said, that they were given over $60 million to rob all of you. So when they want to fight for that leadership, it is like the same way of fighting, the same way they kill, to get to that same position. The fighting and the killings continue. Maybe not totally physical this time, but there will be also money. When the president says, I have a candidate to become the Senate president, I have a candidate that I want to be the speaker, because the idea is that if I nominate them, they will be loyal to me. And if they are loyal to me, my government won't have any problem. I can do everything I want to do with their cooperation. Do you get that now? There's no checks and balances here. This is cooperation. So each house, the Senate, the reps, now have those who are like the rebels, who are now going out of that arrangement by saying, no, the executive cannot choose leadership for them. That is how they normally do it until the last minute, and some of them will step down. But currently, you have two of them. Akpabiole to be the Senate president. Yari want to be Senate president. Akpabiole is someone they want to use as a white sheep, okay, in the heart of black sheep. Muslim president, Muslim vice president, Muslim speaker, Muslim, Chief Justice of Nigeria. So if they want to have a Senate president, they should try and make it a Christian, a thief, Akpabiole. Yari, another thief from Zamfara, is now saying that no, APC cannot have Muslim president and vice, planning to have a Muslim speaker, and they now feel concerned that the Senate president should be Christian. Why did they suddenly feel that religion matters, right? Now the guy is also challenging, which is now prompted the meetings that you have seen one of the Labour Party House of Rep members attended. Yari is calling his own group, speaking to, because as it is, if the rep members of opposition parties, if all of them come together and PDP, APC will not be able to choose a speaker. Do you get that? If the opposition of PDP, Labour Party, and others, if they come together, APC will not be able to choose a Senate president. They can swing it. So Yari is banking on that. Yeah? And then I think it's Wasi or another person is banking on the same thing in the House of Reps. So how do you settle that in their political way? They call a meeting. And that meeting is with his own bag of money to tell them, would you support us? Would you support my candidate for reps? And that was where Labour Party candidate met Tinubu. And he said it's the best day of his life. That today is his best day. That he listened to his president. He didn't know that Tinubu was so intelligent, so prepared to be president of Nigeria. Guess what? According to, for you to know, he is one of the beneficiaries of your OB wave. So somebody who is probably never expected for any reason at all to be elected. So here, he was sitting in a room with veteran criminals that he's been reading about in the papers, that he himself has formed opinion about. I mean, on your side, trying to fight the establishment like they all pretended. But within a space of 1 hour, Alaye left the meeting and his whole countenance changed. And like I said, it will all come down to, we need to work and build Nigeria. Now, from record, everyone who supports Akpabiole as a senator, any senator that is ready to vote for Akpabiole as Senate president will be given 100 million naira each. All the senator elects. That is, if you are ready to support Akpabiole for Senate president, 100 million. Now, the rumor is that Yari is now saying he is willing and ready to pay 200 million naira for each senator. In fact, they were actually talking about dollars now. Are you with me? So this is the standard. So whether you are Labour or you are APC or PDP, now, one of them said it is no longer about party now. It's about building Nigeria. For the House of Reps members, from what we have heard, though, if you are ready to support Tinubu's candidate, Abbas, 50 million naira is ready for you. Just pick it up. All right? That's it. There's no story. All I want is I want peace. I don't want the house to be chasing me or anybody chasing anybody in my government. I want you all to work with me. But if you are willing to support my candidate as your speaker, you will be paid 50 million naira. The scandal is going to break out soon anyway. But yeah, if you are hearing it on Mayegun's Diary Political for the first time, you are welcome. So it's now a game of money, and it's starting from tonight. Sure, you get from tonight, tomorrow, day after, which is going to be on Sunday. Now, Sunday evening, that is when the competition for money, who is going to support who. Sure, you get. You will think they are doing it because, well, they have no choice now. They need to still. But guess what? Julius Malema and his guys in South Africa, they will not attend any meeting that says they want to discuss the leadership of the house. Knowing who they are, they will not attend. No member of his political party will attend ANC meeting where they want to discuss how to choose leadership for the South African National Assembly. It won't. So ordinarily, yeah, you would expect that, what are they going to tell you other than support my candidate? And then others will invite you to another hotel. Yari will take them to another hotel. Tinubu will bring them into Old Rock and offer them the money straight up. So the choice is now yours. And the party has begun, by the way. You are a member elect. Now, so what they do for you. Now, money issue. If you are ready, take them. If you are not, if you want to do, what do you call it? Obedient, that's fine. No problem. We will still choose leadership anyway. But if you do well, if you find you a committee, where we say you go to make money, nobody go touch you. So it's like that. So if you have all the Labour Party people you know, this is how you get to understand what is the difference between APC, as well as pig dig pit. I read that somewhere. They said that people destroying people is not enough. You can just call the PDP. You can call them pig dig pit. That's pig dig pit. You'll be able to now see, right, that it is not mostly about them. It is the system that a lot of them seems to be denying. But the moment they have an opportunity to get closer, you don't talk when you are eating, do you? Anyway, so they met last night. I'm sorry, some part of this clip doesn't have audio. I may put some sound behind to you can just watch the, and then listen to the music behind, all right? Then I will take you to this honorable Labour Party honorable member who met Tinubu for the first time, according to him, and he just was like, he knelt. APC, Agbadorians, they have been using that video all day. That you see, majority of you don't know Tinubu. This is what we saw in him. We know that he's intelligent. We know that. Obedient started Googling. What section of the Electoral Act says we can record this man? How can we record this? Anybody, any member of Labour Party that's begin to display the symptom of the same system they are trying to fight, what would they do? How can they get them back? They don't go read Section 133 of the Electoral Act 2022. Now, they are moving mad now, like, Shinwo, you did, Agbo, Abi, what to be your name? We'll go first, go see the gathering where Kanu mesmerized. According to them, money they talk. If they talk, say, you get idea. For this kind of thing, you will know the kind of people, right? That have told you they are coming to change Nigeria. No, they are not. I told you the sound wasn't really kind of on. They muted all they were saying. But that was the meeting last night, okay, where they told them where he told them that he wanted Akpabioli as Senate president, and he wants Abbas from Kaduna as the speaker, as well as their deputies that they have chosen for them. And everybody felt happy. So while they left that room, they cornered this Labour Party House of Representative elects, and that's how Wahala started.
Hi, Honorable, your name, please.
My name is Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga,
Okay.
member elect to represent the good people of Isukwato and Omunnochi Federal Constituency. I'm from Abia State.
Oh, thank you very much. How do you describe this meeting between the President and the incoming members of the 10th Assembly, briefly?
Well, I can tell you that today is my best day. Today, I'm so happy that I'm an elected member, seeing my president talking. In fact, I have never knew that this man is so intelligent. I have never knew that this man is so prepared to serve this country. I saw the love, I saw the character, I saw the charisma, the belief that Nigeria can be a better nation. So I am so glad that what meeting we have today is going to take us a little bit to a more stabilized house. And I'm telling you, as at now, even without talking to us again, we have agreed that we are going towards the government decision. Not minding I'm of Labour Party. As at now, the party is not the issue. We are talking about building the nation. We are talking about the unity of Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here you get that. Even if you know meet us again, we agree. You know supposed to meet us again, we agree. Anything we agree. Imagine your own rep or you that you want to, they hid behind fighting consumption, from consumption to production. Labour Party rep member attended one single meeting inside that old rock. He saw the allure, he saw the luxury, he smelled the mint of money. And at that moment, it was like, there is no point in being opposition here. We agree. Anything where you want to, we agree. Even though I'm a Labour, it's about unity of Nigeria. It's about building Nigeria. That's what caused all the conversation since. So, who be this guy? Oh, yeah, recall him. This one go betray also. I'm like, Nigeria is irredeemable. Okay? And Nigeria is going to prove that to you. You see, everything you are witnessing right now is called an experience. And when I was growing up, on this, what do you call it? Wale Adenuga production, Baba Jasko, and all of that. There were this, whenever their program was ending, they would put up a quote, different quotes. There is this, what do you call it? Hey, I'm gonna put that aside. But one thing is this: life is a teacher. That's what I wanted to say. They say life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. And then they said we are nothing but pencil in the hands of the creator, whatever that means. That's not the one I was looking for. But you get it now. So this kind of Nigeria that sometimes kind of push up a kind of any hope at all that some of you cling on to, and you build on that to the point that you believe that maybe this is it. Hope for Nigeria. Everybody is looking for an opportunity to take advantage of what they can get when it gets to their turn. And if you are suspecting them, you are probably right. They will tell you, no, it's not how to do things. If for them to work for Nigeria, they cannot be opposition. We are not talking of them having to oppose everything. At least give people the sign that this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Okay? But what are you going to do? when Akpabiole, who met with PDP, wherever they met, an hotel or somebody's house, so we didn't know, but they met and he gave them deal. But when it comes to the Labour Party, they had to set a table, high table for him inside the Labour Party secretariat. What message do you think they were sending? To say that, hey, we are your big brother, we are the criminals, you all condemn. But listen. We can actually be very good to you if you are good to us. Come on. We all have the same agenda. Imagine Akpabiole saying it publicly that they have the same agenda with Labour Party or APC. Egbekegbe has the same agenda for Nigeria, just like other people. What agenda is that? That your politicians will come around and tell you that it's for the sake of Nigeria. Nalayo. But that was that of the Labour Party. Give me a sec.
Right. Honorable, your name, please.
My name is Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga,
Okay.
member-elect to represent the good people of Isukwato and Omunnochi Federal Constituency. I'm from Abia State.
Well, thank you very much. How do you describe this meeting between the President and the incoming members of the 10th Assembly, briefly?
Well, I can tell you that today is my best day. Today, I'm so happy that I'm an elected member, seeing my president talking. In fact, I have never knew that this man is so intelligent. I have never knew that this man is so prepared to serve this country. I saw the love, I saw the character, I saw the charisma, the belief that Nigeria can be a better nation. So I am so glad that what meeting we have today is going to take us a little bit to a more stabilized house. And I'm telling you, as at now, even without talking to us again, we have agreed that we are going towards the government decision.
We have agreed we are going to be the rubber stamp. So if you see the obedient showing the level of power and disappointment when they are still very much confident that they are going to reclaim their mandate from Kanu, and they expect that those who have been fortunate enough to have been elected on their platform, they will rally around to the end. They will rally around Peter Obi. I remember telling you that one of the things you are going to witness in the course of this court case is that apart from using money to buy people out, or buy people away from Peter Obi until it's going to become only him and maybe yourselves, the obedient and his lawyers, right? Some people are going to be intimidated to stop associating with him or the court case. Some people are going to be offered things that they are going to lure them away, right? And others who actually have the legitimacy, right, to keep rallying a ring around him, they will begin to dismantle them one by one. So it will just have to be you, the obedient, and Obi, and those who will be left around that time will kind of have to take this to the end. Now, this is not in any way trying to plant a doubt in your mind. It's already there. A lot of you are already seeing some signs from some of those you called your, supposed loyal or loyalist of Obi and obedient. They're going to do more. I hope a lot of you are kind of ready. Anyway, let's leave this the fight of betrayal or no betrayal. I'm sorry for that blinking, okay? Let's see if I can put something up. But now, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take you back to that Aso Rock, where Kanu met with the royal fathers and what they had to say. Here, he actually spoke, right? He did say something. A stretch, right? Don't go anywhere. Hang on. Right. So, before we go fully into the asshole rock and what happened there, all right, everyone who met with Bokwari for the 8 bloody years and the years of ruins that he represented, they all came back to say he's so passionate about Nigeria. They've never seen anybody working so hard for Nigeria. They've never seen such love. They've never seen somebody, they even mobilized religious people, Igbo, and tribesmen from everywhere to go and meet Bokwari and say, oh, everything they are hearing about Bokwari has been lies. He's such a very wonderful person. Nigeria was bleeding. And by the time Bokwari was gone, the praise singers, they are changing the tunes as we speak. But let me tell you something about power in Nigeria, just for this conversation. Before the charade they called election, I remember very well telling you that the likes of Tinubu or APC or PDP, they don't care how they win election. Sure you get? They don't care. What really matters is that win or get the election rigged and get yourself declared first. Because the way Nigeria works is that the moment you are declared as the next president of Nigeria, no matter the circumstances, no matter the bloody and what have you that, led to that, in Nigeria, one by one, the same people who witnessed the charade, who witnessed the fraud, from religious leaders to royal fathers to what do you call it? This elites. And then on, then to the tribal leaders, to ethnic leaders, to others like that. They will be bringing them one by one. And what they are bringing them in to do is to pledge their allegiance to the new power. The rest of the country may just be like, hey, well, you know what I mean? But this is how they kind of rally it around. And gradually, no matter how fraudulent it is, they will tell you, they can't change it anymore. There's already a sort of aura form around it. So what we have to advise is, let everybody wait for the next election. So what Kanu is doing right now is to bring everybody to him. And knowing that he is he's a politician, so there is no doubt. He knows what to tell them. And all he had to tell them is going to be like the 7th kingdom of China. If you read these 48 laws of power, there's a section there where the emperors in China, right? They are the people who are kind of appointed. The way they do it, right, is that before you are appointed the emperor of China, there are other there are other parts of China, like about 7, where other warlords are allowed to control somehow. But in the history of China, what happened then was emperors, when you are declared an emperor, you won't last. The people around you will have to conspire and cut you down. Then they will make one of them emperor. Then when they are tired of you, within a short space of time, they will cut you down and they will appoint one of them as emperor. So it was pretty much like a death sentence. Death sentence to be made an emperor in China. So there came one emperor. And what did he do? He called all of the heads of all this, the part of China, and he called all of them to a meeting. They thought he was going to kill them. And, so that, he can be in control until another set of people will rise and cut him down, right? So some of them felt like he was going to kill them. But when they finally attended, right, he told them that he will retire them into life of luxury, that they will no longer have to worry about, having to die because of being emperor or what have you, yeah? And by so doing, they will pledge their allegiance to him. He will make them comfortable. That was how he became the first longest reigning emperor in China. Now, this is unrelated though, so you get, just for optical. What Nnamdi is doing is that he knows there are so many parts of Nigeria who are currently holding so much compromise on this election or this charade. They are still holding the rope, even though he's in charge enough that he could use that position, right, to kill the entire, opposition against him, which is what he's still going to do, right? But before you do that, those who felt like if he become what he wants to become, it could be a missed opportunity for them too. So what is he doing? He's now bringing everybody close to say, you are going to be fine. I want you to go back and tell your people. You see, you are royal fathers, Abi. I have a lot I want to do for you. You will be comfortable. I promise you. I know a lot of people are currently so like they don't want this, they don't want me, and all of that. That is how establishments rally around and build the nest and become something bigger than just a candidate Nnamdi. Now that's what they are doing. Is met with this. You see all those your cleric, cans, all this can, Christian Association and the rest of them. All those leaders, Igbos, Yoruba, Fulani, and the rest of them, they are still going to rally them like that and give them their own promises too. All of these are just to send them back by making them realize that if he lose or if he gets kicked out of this place, they lose, all of them. But if they believe that he would take care of them better than anybody else, right, he would rely on them to use their different influence and offices or positions, right, to convince their people that it's not worth it to try to want to fight and remove Nnamdi. Now, this is how you rally them, and everybody get their cut, and everybody look forward to blackmailing you from using tribe, religion, and the rest of that. And finally, they will tell you, the reason why Nnamdi cannot be removed, no matter the evidence, is because Nnamdi mean well. Are you with me? And if anybody try to remove him, it's going to shake the entire Nigeria, and it can cause trouble in Nigeria. What they are saying is that if you remove Nnamdi, you are removing the privileges, the consumption that Nigeria represents, and that is unacceptable. So building this and the usual all talk, no action, Nnamdi invited the royal fathers who have been victims themselves, or should I say their own different subjects have been victims of terrorism and so many other economic hardship, right? But Nnamdi was able to tell them that, listen, I promise you, I see poverty on the faces of people. I want to remove the poverty, but I need you. So what he's practically telling them is that even if I didn't win, even if it's kind of I rigged, but somebody has to be here. I am ready. I want to do it. Give me that chance, kind of. Sure you get? Because it's no longer about, it's no longer about campaigns anymore. He's depressed idiot. It's not about him complaining to people anymore. It is actually about him telling them the actions he is taking or he will be taking, but that's not the case, right? So we'll go listen to some of them and see how many of you will feel like, oh, I never knew that he's so intelligent. Oh, I didn't know that he is so prepared. And the rest of all those, and the rest you like to do. Would you mind? No. Now let's go take a listen. When Kanu met with royal fathers, the first part, Viable TV. Credit.
The Ogbagba and father from the source I want to say thank you to your friend who was my great neighbor in Abia. Thank you. To many of you, royal fathers,
and representing the mind of Nigeria in the context of our diversity. I'm very, very grateful that you call on me and my team to wish us success as early as this in the administration. Your confidence and your prayers will be accepted by Almighty Allah. In secretary to the government, and could see happiness of courtship, ages, to many of our other royal fathers. Thank you. Without your prayers and directly or indirect support, I won't be standing before you as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. First, I must thank you. Your prayers, your accommodations, the palaces I was able to visit, and those ones I was unable to visit. My exceptional uncle, welcome. I think your dream is realized and your prayer is answered. Thank you very much. All the senior government officials here present, worry not. Nigeria is in good hands. I'm standing before you. Yes, as urgent. You pay attention to what I've been doing. I'm grateful. You pay attention to the subsidy removal. Why should we, in good sense, in good heart, feed smugglers, be a Father Christmas to the neighboring country, and even though they say not every day is Christmas? So, the elephant that's what's going to bring Nigeria to its knee is the subsidy. A country that cannot pay salary, say potential. We encourage ourselves. I think we did the right thing. It's in your hand. As the closest people to the local government, to the grassroots, to persuade our people to have the understanding. These prices will be high now, but it will go down. And any roadblock in our way of we remove it. At least it will. Another thing, the lamentation about the capital project. Where is the money going to come from? If we don't protect our resources and our boundaries, you cannot have development without capital project. That is why it is very, very good that you are here. Equally, that takes me to the leadership of the assembly, where democracy that we must manage. I need your help in managing that democracy. Summon our ambitious people that wanted to be head and speaker, the officers of the house. We have only 2 chairs. Senate President, 1 chair. The Speaker, 1 chair. If I have 6 people struggling in the same environment, they will talk. They will talk. So it's only through your counseling, your responses to them, that we can.
It's traumatized. I know. You know, sometimes I feel like, when you watch Mayegun's Diary Politico, there are some things that you don't want to see, some faces you don't like seeing. You don't care what they are saying, because no matter what they say, you probably will never understand what they are saying because you're not interested. But I still have to make you watch. Is that abusive? Is our relationship abusive? Because we call it the diary. You write the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm sorry if that was so traumatizing for you. It is just the first part. I have another part. But let me lighten your mood. To those of you who felt somehow, let me tell you what he was saying in a very simple term. 1, as a relic, the president of Nigeria right now is indirectly asking the royal fathers in Nigeria to use their position and talk to the people, okay, and persuade the people to try to understand why the subsidy on petroleum has to go. He said Nigeria can no longer continue to feed smugglers. So therefore, subsidy had to go. He said some people are not happy. And this democracy, it needs their help to help stabilize it. He said it needs their help to stabilize democracy in Nigeria. So, like I told you before, the meeting was to bring all of them and say, listen, anything where you want, I will take care of you. But I need you to please use your position and tell people that if they sell a liter of petrol at 600 naira, they should buy it like that, okay? Because we have to. There is no way, there's no money. And they should, you know what I mean? Like, just talk to them. And also, some of the people who are not happy, that is the president, that they should use their position as well to persuade them, because this democracy, he wants them to help him, you know what I mean? That's the few I remember. I bet some of you actually heard the rest. Abi? But there is another part. I'm sorry if it is, you know. We just have to see it before we continue. Sorry. Why you stop apologizing? You know I'm just teasing you, because I'll still have to play it anyway. It's part of it. Kalu talking to the Obas today.
But your worry should be about your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And they must not catch you in penury. I've asked Shewo about rural development. It requires attention. We've got to find a fund. What about the other security issues? I promise that we will continue to look into that seriously to get you to sleep with your 2 eyes closed. What is our focus? And why am I here? I've told you in your various constituencies when I was able to visit that the unity and togetherness of this country cannot be compromised. Joy and happiness as you are here give Ife is due. Give Sultan is due. And equally, any thank Sultan for very uncommon sense advice about Nigeria. Is a very patriotic individual. You mentioned youth unemployment. We are going to tackle all of that. It is only when we have the prosperity for the country that we can create jobs that we employ those youths. Yeah. We need your help in the oil producing areas. By 30% of our people does not help the economy. Overcrowding of their heart with the resources we need to appeal to them. We need to tell them. Besides, we will work as hard as possible to ensure that diversity of this country is used and employed for the prosperity of growth and stability. We promise you. Thank you. Like I said, Without your prayers, support, and ideas, I won't be standing before you as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Election is over. So is the campaign before it. So it's time for governance. And that's what I promised. Yesterday, I know among you here, you have the pension reform as the members of the judiciary or retired members of the judiciary have signed into law the new age of retirement. Equally, you mentioned electricity, power generation cannot be embarked upon by state government. The bill has been signed. That's devolution of power. That should be our contribution to the developmental progress that we are looking for. And we will continue in ways that will help you. We are all heirs. We are ready to listen. Any given time, I promise you an open door policy. And that is the way I will go. That open door policy is for you to call me, send to me any given time.
Okay, I think I should pity even myself, because you all know that it's just moving from one thing to another, not making any real sense other than the buzzword on agriculture, on youth, on how you can sleep in your house, security, on how to sleep in your, you will sleep in your house with your eyes closed, the diversity, youths. Then it says something about, crowded, overcrowded mind of the youth. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? That the situation in Nigeria has overcrowded the mind of the youth, and we must use our diversity to create job. And the resources of the youth must be tamed. What nonsense was he talking about? Apart from all the buzzword, but he also said that, yes, I have signed the devolution of power bill into law. They don't start, now just 2 weeks, so they don't start this scam again. In March, Bokwari said he has signed a bill into law that will allow the states and individuals to generate electricity. March, you don't forget. So the talk said they don't add private sector to also generate electricity. So they won't give them to Kanu to sign. And Kanu just told them there that electricity. Now everybody can go and generate electricity. And some are saying that even if not that one only he did. Well, everybody go figure out their life after that. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. And that is why during his campaign, he was personally angry or sad that Nigeria spent 16 billion without making a deposit or a down payment for the roasted corn. Don't go anywhere.
We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power.
They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
They've started their propaganda, okay? That they're going to make you think all of this while where Kanu was doing all that gaff, sick one, oh, they will make you think he's pretending. You just listen to about a 15 minutes video of Kanu. That person sounded like somebody with something they hear. Let's be honest. Like after you listen to him, could you pinpoint something that you can say, wow, what he said is going to do, the action they said they are already taking on this so and so, I am impressed about that. Can you really pinpoint anything? All the blah that I was talking there, the buzzword and all that. But they have already started the propaganda to say, if you meet Kanu, he's so intelligent. Nobody this Kanu, they said that he no get sense be this. Look at the way he's walking, oh. Look at the man, they said he's sick. See, he's walking fast. Oh my God. People lied. The propaganda is about to eat. Or you know something you can't lie to. And that thing is nature. I hope everything still continue to work and they maintain this part of where it's not going to be like completely crash in public. But out of the whole meeting, you get one meeting with me I like, Sha. Even though the guy happened to be one of the beneficiaries of election rigging and stealing in Enugu. So it was at the Old Rock too, as a lot of them are being called in. Former governor, current governor, Kwakwanso, James Ononafe Ibori, murderers, money launderers, and the rest of all those criminals that you can find. Everybody is finding their way to the Old Rock to go and kiss the ring. Not bad, right? For them. Because Nigeria is a crime scene anyway. It's a place whereby if you think you want to be a saint, in your lifetime, you will regret it. Not be say when you die. You know, when people say, my brother just died for nothing. He was such a saint. Very honest guy. He will never, ever do anything, but he just died like that. Because he will never take bribe. No, you're not going to die before you will regret it. It is like Nigeria. Well, kudos to those of you who are still being very kind of, good people. Because we still have good people out there. Don't let us deny that. So, anyway, this guy met with Kanu. And among all the bala, he had to say, I love the fact that he said to the face of Kanu, let Nnamdi Kanu go. I said it before, Tinubu have no reason to keep Nnamdi Kanu. He has none. The same criminal Daura Secret Service playbook is what they are still using now, whereby Nnamdi Kanu is still being tortured. Nnamdi Kanu is still being denied access to his own doctors. And on, Nnamdi Kanu is still being denied all of the court orders that were kind of given to him based on his fundamental human rights. We know the fundamentalists, the fanatics that decided to keep him as a trophy and then burn down the eastern Nigeria. 8 years was not enough for them. They failed. Nnamdi Kanu is alive. So Tinubu shouldn't inherit Boko Haram's enemy. But one person among all of them, we went to that Old Rock, a Sisumba guy. He told him, please, let Nnamdi Kanu go. We can always see that as a gesture of goodwill gesture. You need to show that Nnamdi Kanu did you nothing. Of course, he did nothing to Nigeria. Yeah, and that's Zumba. I'll play you that. That's something that I can pick out of their Old Rock, picture taking and all of that, FEG worshipping and the rest. This one, wait for the last 2 minutes of this conversation. By the way, Channels Television's video clip.
Please, may we know why you are here this evening, sir?
I came and, frankly, I brought to the president the warm greetings and best wishes from the government and the people of Enugu State. But above all, you may also know already that we made massive campaign promises to the people of Enugu, and we also have expressed humongous vision we've taken a bold view of what Enugu could achieve in the next 4 years in terms of growing our economy from the current levels to $30 billion. And one of our core governance philosophy is to collaborate and to have partnership. And we have identified the federal government as our core partner. We have a number of dormant assets in Enugu, which we believe, partnering with the federal government, we're able to transform them into productive assets. A lot of people do not know, but we have huge mineral resources in Enugu, and these resources are sitting under our ground, not being productive. So we believe with the partnership we're trying to basically build with the federal government, we're able to transform these assets into productive assets. We also, of course, you know that the growth level we have proposed is one that is going to be driven by private sector. And private sector want the ease of doing business. And one of the core indicators of the ease of doing business is security and infrastructure. So we also had that conversation with Mr. President. We have made a very strong announcement where we've banned the sit-at-home on Mondays in Enugu. And obviously what that means is that we would, of course, need to, heighten our security, tackle the challenges that would flow from that. And, essentially that's what I have come to do. And finally, we also, of course, talked about the release of Nnamdi, Kanu. You know that the Southeast has made a collective demand to have Nnamdi Kanu released. And we basically identified with that and request Mr. President, who in his inaugural address promised the people that he's going to engender national healing and is going to serve with compassion. So we've basically informed him that this would serve as a pointer to his administration's extension of hands of fellowship to Igbo. Thank you.
You get that? Is a very articulate guy who made his points very clear. And what happened after, is, yet to be seen. And I personally have told you on this program that I know the Nigeria system, a crooked, corrupt, unforgiving system, is crude and cold. And anybody who find themselves in their arm, these are guys who don't feel any remorse. If your life is lost in the process, they have no remorse. A good man should not be punished simply because of the fragile ego of some ethnic jingoists who prefer supremacy instead of equality. Now, if they couldn't crush him, I don't care if they have to make a deal with the devil. Just let the innocent man go. The propaganda of trying to justify the killings of those who are demanding for referendum, a situation where a plebiscite where everybody who wants for or against will have a chance to test that out. Now, you don't criminalize that, but over the years, we watched how Bokwari's government desecrated the hallowed or the sacred hallowed chamber of Nigerian courts by, rubbishing all of their own court orders and the rest. So I don't care if now or any one of them, if now those criminals come together and decided that he should go and they want to let him go, he is welcome. Life after that can only be, sane. So yeah, I appreciate that too. And I appreciate everyone who probably does it publicly or even privately. Let the innocent man go. And if Kolu indeed is not here to inherit the enemies of Bokwari, that he doesn't even know why Bokwari is holding him per se. Bokwari doesn't even know why he's holding him. They are just afraid of him so much. So if there's any time at all, it is now. And I hope all of you will support that, okay? Including you, the obedient. You know, something about injustice is this, right? Over time, as all of us have come to know, in Nigeria, when people are not suffering the when injustice is happening, yeah, Nigerians typically, they don't give a damn if it is not happening to them. You understand that? It is only when that injustice is happening to you that some of them will want to tell you the whole world will have to collapse. Your government of Nigeria orchestrated a mass killing in eastern Nigeria. It was deliberate. They spent billions of your money trying to propagate and justify the killings. But yet, for 8 years, not a single either IPOB member or alleged IPOB member has been in any way, in any court in Nigeria, convicted of any crime whatsoever. But the rest are social media conviction, media condemnation that actually prompted some of you to even justify the barbarism. Because you know what? Nnamdi Kanu is very insulting. Nnamdi Kanu insulted this, insulted that. Even Nnamdi Kanu said this, he said that. Therefore, for committing no crime, he could die for all you care. But look at how injustice works, right? You see the election, right? That's an injustice. Do you see how you felt about it? That is the feeling of injustice. And guess what? When people laugh on your face, do you see the rage you feeling? Do you see that rage you feel when they mock you after they robbed you? That's exactly what injustice feels. And that's exactly how a lot of you have joined them to condemn even without a single proof that they've done anything really wrong. I told you from far, far back now, they brought in unknown gunmen, their own political criminals that they gave gun to in eastern Nigeria. Suddenly, the Nigeria government looking for the IPOB, suddenly the unknown gunmen will shoot and kill and fight, like they will do all this for hours. And there will be no response from any Nigeria military. But a few days after that, they will move straight to communities where civilians live, aged people, vulnerable people, women, children, and they will start burning their houses and they will start killing them. And the next you see in their news, Nigerian army defeated IPOB members in Holu local government. Guess those IPOB members, old men and women, in their own small houses, in their small hamlets, living their peaceful lives. This is what they have done for 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. So see, anything else they've told you, none of these things have been proven in any of their courts. 8 solid years, ladies and gentlemen. Not even a single person has been convicted of anything they've told you. But at the end of the day, they told you, or they made you feel like if they release him, is a threat to whatever you think you are about to do for Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is not there. There is injustice against him. He deserves it. A lot of you feel like that. Some of you have said it to my face on this program, that he deserves it. Some of you actually told me that I'm trying to sound nice to them. I am talking about the injustice, the same one I have seen meted at so many people because of where they come from, or because of the religion they believe in. We have seen that happen repeatedly. So if Nnamdi Kanu has done anything wrong, the right thing is that they have him. Yes, they have him. They kidnapped him, but yet they couldn't prove anything. So if you want to kind of believe in justice, and I don't want you to begin to react, because if you read it in the news tomorrow, Nigeria government, Tinubu is releasing Nnamdi Kanu. All of you who are currently feeling what injustice feels like, I hope that you will suddenly not return back to that your old ways of telling people who deserve injustice and those who deserve justice. Guess what? Everybody will learn. Like I said, life is a teacher. Let him go. Let him go. If you have criminals in eastern Nigeria who are committing crimes in the name of Biafra, if you have a government, you can separate criminals, wannabes, impostors. You can separate them from those who genuinely would love to see a referendum take place where those who want to stay in Nigeria or those who want to leave will have an opportunity to express same. But rather than for government to protect the right of those who are kind of campaigning for the referendum, they decided to bring up criminals, harm them, and call them unknown gunmen. But yet, the man they locked up for all of this, they are so afraid of taking him to court. So now that their time is gone, there's no point in keeping him. I'll keep saying it, and everybody advocating for his release just never stop. And like I said, they can go and make deal with the devil. They can bring devil into the whole thing. I don't care. Just let that innocent man go. Biafra will take his course or take his place. And I've told you this many times as well, okay? A lot of you believe that saying that Nigeria should break is just too harsh to say. We should work together. We should unite. All of you who are unity beggars and the rest, listen to me. The breakup of Nigeria is mostly not in our hands. It's when it's finally going to happen. It's going to be what a lot of you will be so surprised that, wow, so a lot of people actually wanted this. But it's not going to be because we want it. That's why Nigeria will break. It is because the criminals who have held Nigeria this much, who have divided Nigeria this much, who have ruined Nigeria this much, they are not giving up. They believe they are smarter and they can use all tricks and all of that. And, again and again and again, they will break up Nigeria. Our prayer is just to hope that it won't be that of violent breakup. Or you see, something, if a peaceful breakup is impossible, violent breakup, it will be inevitable. None of this is in our hands. Injustice breeds resentment. Nigeria is a ground where injustice reigns. And there are people who are victims of this injustice. So injustice breeds, resentment. Resentment when you just don't want anything. No matter how much you try, you just can't find anything that is going to kind of emotionally attach you to Nigeria. But what do you see most? Things that are going to continue to tell you that you will regret, expecting that something positive will come out of this. It's not because you don't want it. It's not because I don't want positive things to happen. When positive things happen in Nigeria, when people feel safe, when the economy is better, indirectly, the pressure that a lot of us are currently facing outside Nigeria, taking care of those who have come under the economic crunch, financial crunch of Bokwari and APC. If Nigeria is working better, if there is security, if you have enough job, right? A lot of us will actually live better lives abroad too. In case if you don't know, there are many of us. Listen to this. As they ruined Nigeria, there are many of us who have been outside Nigeria for years. And usually they will think, I'm going to return back to Nigeria. Every year, your politician ruined all of that, destroyed all of that, indeed. And what do you expect? So one of these days, your politicians are going to press that breakup button. You will not be able to reverse it. None of us will be able to reverse it. But around that time, the only shocker you are likely going to get is that a lot of your friends, they will love Nigeria to break up if they are offered that chance. But your politicians, they will push all of us to that stage. You get? They will push all of us to that stage. So if Nigeria is working, everybody is fine, a lot of us will kind of probably have a better life too. But the more they destroy Nigeria, the more they force you out of Nigeria, or force us out of Nigeria, the more the worst of Nigeria continue to rule possibly the best of Nigeria. So what do you think will happen if you continue to rule a country like that? You'll be given an award as the worst ruled country, award Abi, and everybody will continue like that. No, life doesn't work that way. So whether Nigeria is going to break now or it's going to break up later is completely in the hands of most of you who are giving them that power, defending their shenanigans, and in fact, rooting for them, even when you are everyday victims of their bad behaviors. So it's just a matter of time. And the more injustice spread, the more disconnected a lot of Nigerians will be with the entire Nigeria. And the more the number grows, the more you should start counting the days for Nigeria. You can't wish Nigeria well and say, you know what I mean? Like, just say, oh, I want Nigeria to be fine, and then Nigeria will be fine. Oh, I wish Nigeria well, and Nigeria will be well. When criminals are cooking, grouping, camping here and there, plotting, executing things that will continue to keep Nigeria down, how long do you think they can hold everybody down? I mean, if I may ask. You don't know. Let's go back to their court today. This time around is just court gist. So the presentation of witnesses or cross-examination of witnesses in their court trial continued today. So people destroying people or pig dig pits, PDP, they called INEC officials as witnesses, and they kind of finally had them on. You know, they promised to bring INEC officials who worked to come and prove that INEC deliberately did not upload the election of a presidential result because they were rigging it. Yeah? So the INEC officials came in and they testified as witness today. But when it got to the turn of the Peter Obi and the Labour Party, you know, they have been bringing in boxes and boxes and boxes. Today is not an exception. They brought in more boxes, but they brought in something else. They are now moving into, you know, yesterday as well, they brought in a witness who happened to be a digital architect, something. Here you get. So anyway, today they brought in a flat screen or a big, massive screen into the court with all other boxes as usual. Add evidence, visual evidence, and it be like say, wahala day. More people are going to visit Aso Rock in the coming days because Tinubu will probably invite you too into Aso Rock to beg you, I need your help. This democracy, you need to help me. He's going to need everybody's help in these coming days. Now, I saw this in their court. Watch.
Which one is this one again that this Labour Party people are bringing? Wow. Labour Party, what's going on? What's happening? What are these people bringing today? My heart is beating on behalf of everyone in this courtroom. See what Labour Party is bringing to the courtroom. Guys. Hey, Jesus Christ. Come, I'm begging the entire country. Nobody should steal from Peter Obi again. Nobody should steal from this man again. I'm begging you people today, please.
From reliable source, whether not ketchup sauce or be pepper sauce or be tomato sauce, from a very reliable source, they said all the videos that you are uploading on social media during the rigging time of people casting, taking away ballot papers, ballot boxes, destroying them, disenfranchising people, they say the real evidence where they, the public, and it will be a very long thing when they begin to show them to convince the tribunal that see how INEC rig election, see how they change this one and this one. We will prove it to you technologically. We'll prove it to you physically. We'll prove it to, visually. We'll also prove it to you by the document we have. All of these are here. Then we'll also bring witnesses who then corroborate all of these evidences. I say the judges was like, but I say we'll go watch film today. Oh. Now film will go watch this. So they set it up. And I think it looked like this.
Guys, see what Labour Party brought to court today. See what Labour Party brought to court. This is not easy. Please, if you want to embarrass somebody, embarrass the person small. Don't embarrass the person fully. Because what you're doing on to INEC and APC is a full-blown embarrassment. I did some so that we won't scare them today. Guys, I wonder what's in this Ghana Moscow bag. Oh my God. It's like they want to send Mahmoud out of the country. Okay. Hi. Give me 1 second, I'm coming. Guys. Oh my God. I did some so that.
So the popular Andu that actually does a wonderful job. There are many of them of this obedient. One of them is called Miss Piel. Yeah, Miss Piel on Twitter. Yeah, I believe that's her voice. She's been very, very, very like wonderful, incredible. Like if you want the manuscript of what is going on inside the courts, visual picture and the rest of that, she's very much handy. So if you really following this there, among other sources I also have, I recommend her. Anyway, it was like, we have evidence, oh, we'll go show you, we'll go prove them all. You did not win, we'll go prove them all. Now everyone is more or less like, okay, this shit is getting serious now. But there are more dramas that I don't want to bore you with anyway, also behind the scene. But that one that I saw, I was like, no, I'm going to show this to you. That's how that went, okay? I think I should call it a night. Or should we take calls, even if it's just for a few minutes, right? You know what? Let's take a few calls. Now, if you are still here, you can still like this broadcast, okay? Like it, share it. And when I get back, I will take 1 or 2 calls, okay? Don't go anywhere yet.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you,
Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil
Hello there.
Yeah, hello, my good evening. How are you today?
I am very well, ma'am. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. How is Agbeke and my children? This is Abia City Ajare from London.
Oh, bless you, ma.
Fine, thank you. I'm around today. That's why I'm giving you a call. I always at work when you are online anyway.
Oh, brilliant. Then you are now my first caller, which is even more.
I'm so happy when I heard it. Yeah, I'm so happy. Anyway, firstly, I just want to say something about the Memudu Adamuata, whatever. Tinubu can go for his money. I think he gave the man money for this region. So he can easily go back for his money and collect his money back. So
it's
when
a
demanded,
deal, man. And that is why you have to deliver at all costs. It's not refundable.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, by the time they prove all this out, so he will demand for his money anyway. So that is that. And another thing is, this Igbo people, I don't know what's wrong with them. I think it's only Yorubas that like money, because all these Igbo people, they are in the government. Can't they see the way they are treating Igbos? And they can't fight for themselves. Because none of them can fight for them. Yes, because it's not good. Look at the way they are treating those people. It's just because of money. I thought it's only Yorubas. Their own is even worse than ours. You see? We got airports, so we thought this is very unfortunate.
Because I think that is going to be needed as well, Ma. Thank you so much.
And I wanted to say about this Nnamdi Kanu. I'm so happy for this guy that said it out. So I love him so much, and I hope Tinubu will do. Yeah, I hope Tinubu will do it. I hope.
Buhari turned out to say,
I know.
So let him go.
Hope Tinubu will do it. I hope. So anyway, may God help us with this our country anyway. But the best thing is everybody should go on because to me, Fulanis, they've taken over the Nigeria already. They want to be in control. So both Yorubas and Igbos, we are different from them. So why can't they let us go?
Everybody just go their separate
Anyway,
ways.
very soon everything will be over soon. We hope so.
Thank you.
Let me leave you for another person. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too, ma. Thank you so much. Oh, she's still saying something there. Okay. I will read that up in the comments. I have another caller on the line. Here. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, got you. How you doing, Baba?
My Baba. Mobile Balogun no sọ̀rọ̀ àfi Balogun.
Hey now.
Baba.
How you be now, Baba?
Ọkùnjọ́ mẹ́ta. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ́wà?
Àlàáfíà ni o, Baba.
Àgbékẹ́ àtàwọn ọmọ nǹkan ń bẹ̀.
Thank you.
Máyégún. Ò ṣe é dúró wò. Kọ́lù ti wọlé, kọ́lù Máyégún. Àwọn èèyàn tí mọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ rárá. Máyégún. On the day of what's it called? Inauguration. I don't know if you saw any video of Kolu himself. I don't know if you saw a video of him. He couldn't even. A particular one whereby he couldn't even stand. They were trying to catch him. He was trying to because he's been standing for so long. Nigeria.
You listen to that video where he was speaking to the royal fathers. Like if all of us want to be honest, what Nigeria is today, what could anybody make of that thing that he said? It's about 15 minutes video, right? It was just here and all of that. Just normal talk.
I want to beg you, Baba. I want to beg you. When you were telling us about that video, until you listen to it, then you will understand how bad, how damaging that video is for your brain. Because I was listening to it and it was damaging me. I could not make any sense out of it.
You know, sometimes you feel like, he wants to talk about the youth. Let me listen. Then they will start talking and talking. Then they will just say something that is completely unrelated. Then they move on to that one. And you're like, what did he actually say about the youth? Other than the normal one, we need to work together. I need your help. Like, you didn't say anything. But again, they say he's very intelligent, Baba.
Baba, one thing I want you to also understand as well it is. All your new listeners that are just coming through. But don't forget, we the people that have always listened to you, we are still in the background. Let them continue coming. And I want to remind them all. Anybody.
You know that kind of thing.
If you're looking for where they're going to romance anybody's ego, whether it is politically or religious or anything.
Talk say we should respect elders or respect leaders. If you come to us and say we need to show some respect, you might think, they may think they are trying to like be politically correct and advise us, but they won't understand that it's actually you insulting us. If you come on to Mayegun's and you say, Mayegun, I mean, let's show some respect, please. At least let's you are insulting us.
Baba, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say to you when you have people like that who does not know how far you have come. You tell them to go and start from the beginning.
Right.
And start listening to Mayegun. Then you will understand why Mayegun is talking the way he's talking.
Yes.
Mayegun is not just talking anyhow. Go and listen to all his videos. Then you will understand why he speaks the way he speaks.
Thank you so much, Baba. I'll take another one.
Baba. So I just want you to know that we are still here. We are here. We are always here. We are not going anywhere.
Your brother, isn't it?
Yes.
Thanks. Man.
Yes, we are here.
Another one, yeah?
Thank you.
Cheers, man. So he's right. What happened is that if you are new on Mayegun's Diary Political and you are wondering why we are talking the same way we are talking, Ahmed, how are you, Baba?
Wow,
I just do. How's your side?
Enjoyment.
Well, I'm surviving. We did here.
Yeah, you get everything I see today online. It be like now when you don't take you call pop up on my feed. So someone put in been put waiting be name Tinubu picture, Awolowo picture, and then MKO picture. We were call Meji, Meta on Toshi Abiba Ozojiko. But I can't laugh say where you can't put Obasanjo. As I go comment section, everybody say, what about Obasanjo? Some will can't talk say na Igbo in Papa. Only etiwa like Olubukungu. Edibe Olubukungu Ashiri. And you
know that Obasanjo's father is Igbo. Obasanjo's father is Igbo that everybody talks about. Do you know that it actually came from the AD of Tinubu and their gang? They started it. They actually started it back then. They said Obasanjo has no interest of Yoruba, and a lot of people believe that to this day. Some of us still kind of say, well, Obasanjo don't prove to us, say, sure say that man Yoruba. Now Tinubu and gang, anybody that is not in their politics,
like that.
You'll be classified as an enemy of Yoruba land. But look at Yoruba land that they control today.
It is even, I will even talk, say, Obasanjo somehow in get background past Tinubu.
No be somehow he get background. No. He get Obasanjo get family. He get childhood friends. He get people where we say elder. You know what that kind of thing. Tinubu no get any.
I know. I sabi that one. But this one Tinubu where we say we never see any one person making command contact say this person with me and him been sit down for class. I just say class.
Go see.
My grandpa, the papa we born my mama and Obasanjo, they been is it Baptist High School, Abibi ni Abeokuta, Abibi Loti Law School.
Right.
Somehow like that. When my mom see they tell me, say is it I think MKO. I don't forget. She been tell me. She been tell me the story like that. I say, oh, some people we know about my job background more than this madman. We don't know where Tinubu are mobi to ti gbori wole mobi to ti yo wole yeah gan deny fún mama
alien
ohun lẹ́yìn wọ́n kọ pé ìran mẹ́ta kan tòṣì ẹ máa tòṣì kú ni látàyé dọ̀run ẹ ní rí bá ti ṣe gbogbo àwọn wìrì tó jẹ́ pé ìkọkúkọ lẹ́mọ̀ kọ weird story. When I sabi bring up. Àwọn story yẹn nǹkan tó máa ṣekú pa gbogbo yín òun lẹ tọwọ́ bọ̀ yẹn. Wàláì. Because as I see the thing vex.
Somebody who saw the same picture, I think they sent it to me. I'm going to go check my phone. Right? The person who saw the picture also said, Baba, they said the Rometa Okintoshi and that MKO and then Awolowo, they visited. They visited. As I say, what if he's actually visit to call him Munko? I'm looking for the photo now. I'm going to show it to people. They know they think. They know their sense. Just set themselves up. They say the picture look like you know, some people said the picture looked like obituary. I mean, so like they are telling him that we are waiting for you. Oh, yeah, oh, I'll show everybody.
Yeah, this year.
No, I'm gonna bring it up. You continue talking because your time is also running. Remember?
And you see my obedience. Make una no worry. You know what? Breakfast. Lero. It's gonna be soft to you. Maybe probably it's gonna be a little bit cold. So you want buying fagun. So today get to just. Probably you are buying BC microwave. They will open a microwave. Here now they expect anything will come out from Nigeria. Support the breakup.
Thank you. I don't put the picture up, so I go see. I mean, I'll take another call. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I mean, let's go further now. Here, I'm gonna. I have another caller, and this is the image I is talking about. Here is my other caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good evening. How are you?
I am very well, ma. Thank you so much. How are you?
Yes, I thank God. And thank you so much for the wonderful job that you are doing and for enlightening a lot of us about the current situation that is on the ground in so-called Nigeria. Firstly, there is now a breaking news. Emefiele has been served a breakfast. Bagam.
Yeah,
we all know that.
I'll go there, man. Go check on my source. Continue.
Go on Twitter. 5 minutes ago, breaking news. Twitter carrying.
Tinubu suspended Emefiele. I have seen it, man. Continue, man.
Yeah. So that's the breakfast. We all know that Emefiele will definitely get his own breakfast. Now he has been served.
Well, he's expecting it, I believe.
At the same time, we don't know whether the issue of Naira is coming or going. The new Naira note that they forced through our throats. We don't know what we're going to do with it. Some of us in diaspora, we've managed to get the new Naira because if you're traveling, you want to have Naira with you.
You do.
Now you have the new Naira. And you don't know tomorrow they might change the Naira back to the old Naira. So you have to now look for someone to go back and change the new Naira to the old Naira for you. What a confused country. And on this so-called useless man, the Labour Party House of Reps that only tasted a crumb and immediately he starts singing from both sides of his mouth. Oh my Lord!
You know what I figured out, man. You know when I said that some of them, when they can't make headway in APC, Egbekegbe or PDP, that is when they remember Labour or other parties that they can use quickly. Do you know that guy is actually a former? In fact, he was running to be, a candidate of APC. When he no get on, he decided to go and join Labour Party. And he got elected through the OB wave. Today, he's talking about his president, who is like, it's the best day of his life. Check your stream, man. But continue.
Can you just imagine in a space of how many weeks?
They haven't sworn him
in.
You
know one thing?
Yep.
The same thing happens to Desmond. You see, that's Desmond Hill. The man, before they voted for that idiot, Because I campaigned for him. Oh, the man is going to go there. He's a young man. He's a youth. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. The man got in there, and he forget about all the stupid promises he made. During the COVID, he was one of the people that actually heard the so-called palliative.
Yes.
This man was supposed to go in there and start fighting for the youth. The useless man went in there, forget the youth, and you can see this labor candidate. He vows, I'm going to go there, I'm going to be different, I'm going to do this, Labour Party is different.
We're following Obi everywhere when he's talking about consumption to production. But meanwhile, they are waiting for their own time of consumption anyway. No be so?
Jesus. These people are real bad joy. I want something big bad boss. These are the people they call that boss. Because they are by their wood, they are all fucking forward. Part of my friends.
Chancers, opportunists. That's who they are.
Because when you hear someone that is Labour Party being voted in, you would think, oh, maybe they're gonna go and try to challenge in order to make a difference.
If they try that, if they try that, they will only be entitled to their salary and other emoluments. But the real money of budget padding, money stealing, doubling money, they will not participate in that. And I mean, I don't think many of them use Labour Party because of that. I mean, they are Nigerians, Abi. One of them just crashed by roadside now.
If the so-called obedient can find a way to kick this idiot out,
they are working on it.
That will send a strong message to others that are going to be voted or that are going to use this same platform.
They will tell him to decamp. See, let me tell you something, man. Part of Tinubu's plan is this. If the courts fail to stop him in another 1 or 2 years, there will be no real opposition again in Nigeria. Are you following me? There will be no real opposition to talk anything politics anymore. Okay? So because by then, they will tell them to cross and they will protect them. You will not be able to recall them. They will put up every other, you know what I mean? And the journey towards that is about to start. Somebody will be saying that their former member. Do you think it's going to be difficult to go back now and join them and then increase their rank? I just wish the obedient the best of luck to find a way around it. But it's not going to be that easy anymore. It's like giving a madman. Same thing with Tinubu. It's been declared. He's acting like president right now. It's like a madman with a cutlass, man. You gave it to him or you did not give it to him, it doesn't matter. He's holding the cutlass. How you go take collector from him? That's the battle.
The man is mad. He is mad, honestly. And those so-called our royal fathers asking for them to look into insecurity. We are close to the grassroots. Then we can. That's another way to scam us. Because they will now collect the money and nothing will be done. What is going on in Ondo State? The killings haven't stopped.
Business as usual.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That country has gone, they've taken that country to China and they've forgotten it there.
Unfortunately, man.
And all these so-called wicked leaders, erupting every second. It's like they get confused with money and they get drunk with power. And this is the problem. They forget everybody around them. It's not, people around them doesn't even count. We know what is going on in Ondo State or in Ife area.
Akere Dolu is battling with a serious health issue right now. And he's been battling with it now for the past 1.5 years.
But he refused to let the deputy take over.
Won't let go. No, he won't let go. To go and take it.
Why are people drunk? Power drunk?
No.
Let me allow you to take another course because these people sometimes I wonder if they are real human beings.
Yeah, let me do just that. What happened is that I'm going to take a break and I'm going to ask you, my viewers, to also take a moment, leave the comment section, okay? And then like this broadcast. African Wahala, thank you. So let's take a moment of break. And when I get back, we will take more calls before we go to bed, like the broadcast. Thank you. I have another caller on the line, but I'm going to connect you soon. Please stay on that line. I want to say something before we continue. You see, Matawale, the former governor of Zamfara, one of them who believed that the reason why he lost election was because he challenged Bokwari in court over the change of Naira and the rest of that by Emefiole. That is the reason why he lost. But guess what? Today, the policemen in Nigeria or in Zamfara and Abuja everywhere, they bombarded his house simply because after this guy stole over 72 billion naira in Zamfara, small Zamfara, with Zamfara gold, the guy left with all of the government official cars. He stole them too. So they had to go to his house and they recovered 40 brand new, government cars, including bulletproof cars, greedy scums, calling themselves excellencies, bunch of rogues, calling themselves distinguished this and that in a contraption called Nigeria. Yeah, they went to his house and they started picking all these cars, government cars, because he's going to keep them to himself. My caller. Hello there. Right. I think I have lost that. Hello there. Who possibly feel like they are not connected.
Hello.
Hello there, sir.
It's nice to be connected to you today, General.
Yes, sir. Who is this, sir? Akiola, is that you?
Yeah,
So you are using your two phones again, trying to make sure that you don't miss. Now you finally shut it in, and here you are. How are you?
Yeah, it's great to be here today. And I've been looking at a lot of people comment on some of the Labour Party that are now endorsing Kanu. I think
easy. They are so angry. There's somebody who will be so dumb to be praising Tinubu like in this period and time, forgetting the fact that you can take them out of all these places, but you can't take these places out of them. It is Nigeria.
This is what I've always mentioned to the obedient. That look, some of them seriously they have a good mind. They want Nigeria, a good Nigeria, a better Nigeria.
Yes.
But what I've seen is that you cannot break the old PDP and form Labour Party and say that is what you are going to use to deliver Nigeria, in essence. Like it or not, give Kanu 6 months. You will be seeing a lot of Labour elected officials cross-carpeting so that they can
probably won't care. Some of them won't, because APC will tell them, don't worry, they won't do anything to you. But unfortunately, the Electoral Act, they said the Electoral Act stopped them from crossing. And said, in Nigeria, okay, we shall see.
They will create division. The law says if there's a division in your party, the APC will help them to create that division. And it will be justifiable for them to cross carpet just because they are looking for position and juicy government appointment. This is how Nigeria is always run. We know that they will create, in as much they can justify that there is a division in Labour Party. And Papa is already doing that for them as we speak. Labour is going to be divided into two. And then that will provide the need for a lot of the elected Labour guys to cross carpet to APC.
To quickly use that.
Yeah.
That would be so sad. Now, you know, what makes it more sadder is this. A lot of us actually saw that. But somehow we were kind of wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, it is now manifesting even early enough. It is sad though. Like, it's not being smart though. If anybody think it's a political smartness, no, it's not being smart though. It's a sad one, but it is what Nigeria has always been. Except for those who prefer to not see it.
Kanu is not 2 weeks in the office, and this is already happening.
It's happening.
And I was reading Labour. Even APC, we praise Kanu up to that to heaven, and you see a Labour man coming out and say this government, wow, it doesn't even need to speak to us again. We are ready to do any bidding that Kanu wants.
Even if it doesn't need them anymore. It doesn't even have to ask them anything anymore. Like, they will do anything. We agree. Anything you want, agree.
Anything you want.
Serious?
So where does this leave obedience? And like you have always said before this election, we leave you to go and fight for this. When you are disappointed, come back, and then let's come and fight for our revolution. For me, I didn't support Obi. I supported Omoyele Sowore. It didn't go very far because I know that Nigeria needs revolution. This house of a cat, house of corruption must fall. And that is what this should be all about. I know that a lot of people have called me Agbado for not supporting.
You get Agbado for your pockets, exactly. Like everywhere, look at check your back pockets.
And smelling roasted corn. But this is the situation. We've always known Nigeria that all these people, even the young one, may even be worse than these old cargo that are going to drop dead very soon.
I know.
So, and this is, I hope obedience are not going to be so angry. Let them go and use their force. We demand for Kanu release. The Yoruba want to join Igbo, and let's demand a country that represents us. So, and that is what is my contribution tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
For what you do.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Akinola. I have another caller on the line. So let's take it this way. Hello there.
Hello, Mayego.
Yes, sir.
The general here, Silva from Germany.
How are you doing today, Baba?
Doing fine. Are you?
Well,
I can see it on your face. You're doing. I'm doing great.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And here we are.
Yeah.
Please,
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So, I would like you to give me that nice verb. What shall I say unto the Lord?
All I have to say is thank you, Lord.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you,
Oh, you didn't mean that.
Thank you, Mayego.
We are back.
So, yeah. Mayego.
Yes, sir.
on the point of that governor that was saying about MK that they should release him, that is correct. That's fine. Okay. But
I don't care what deal, even if they have to kiss the devil, just let the innocent man go. Mm-hmm.
You know that fire is burning him. Is he not the one that they said have a certificate or something?
Now,
so one word,
anytime too. Now, let's see where fuck. You know, I've never seen anything like this. So, Baba, let's share the story with everybody because some people know the story. You know, this guy forged his NYSC certificate that he served. NYSC, then he submitted it to the INEC. So opposition are saying, no, he didn't serve. It's a lie. Then this guy came out and he said he served. Then NYSC came out and said, no, we don't know. No, we didn't issue that certificate. This guy then went to court and said, court must force NYSC to say they issued him that certificate. You get that now? Like, court must tell NYSC that, no, it's yours, take it now. And here is the man who is for the free, the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, we understand. Anyway. Yeah, but all the same, we want our brother to be released.
You will say he's being clever by half. We know that. Should we care? Release the man, let him go, and you can do it yourselves later.
This is the point. Another thing is that I was watching while Kanu was talking. If you look well, you will see the young guy that looks like a Hausa or whatever. I don't know. That is a Nigeria anyway. That is putting on that cap. If you watch well, you see his demeanor, how he was behaving. He was like, what is this man talking about? I mean, if those that are close to him that can behave like this, what about others? If you check that, I was just watching that.
The guy was like that. He was pretty much like uninterested. He was like that.
Uninterested. He was boring. He was bored.
I get you, Baba. I saw that too.
Yeah, and he even gets up and leave and come back where the president is talking. I mean, that says a lot. That says a lot about everything. And anyway, I don't want to hold the whole evening for myself. But all this said, once again, thank you very much.
So much
we appreciate it.
Okay. Pray for Nigeria.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Mayegun.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Cambodia. This is my second time.
From Cambodia. That's been a long time. I remember you.
Yeah, I called sometime last year, towards November.
I remember you, especially Okechiku from Cambodia. It makes sense now.
Exactly.
How you doing, Baba?
Yeah, the last time. I'm good. I'm fine. Beautiful. The last time I called, I said something about dividing Nigeria will not come that easy. Yes. I don't think that anybody will one day ask a peace referendum for Nigeria, for any tribe or any group that is seeking to leave Nigeria to a seat. If you look at the character of the people in power, you will know that when they see your flag, they will shoot. When they see your group, they will shoot. It doesn't look like a character that will one day decide to give you referendum or those kind of rights to leave Nigeria. Nigeria will only take by force. That is the way I see it. And about this Enugu state governor asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't. I can tell you that man don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released.
Really?
The release of Nnamdi Kanu will not. Nnamdi Kanu's character do not support people like him to be governor. Yes, so he just said that because when he said something about banning sit at home, it's like people agitated. And then he tried to find something that will appease the people. You know, it's always used to say, you know, you can see Anambra State governor. Anytime he mess up, he will just say, Nnamdi Kanu, and people will feel like, he's trying his best, you know.
I get you now. I get you. It's been so. What he's doing right now is like he's being a politician as usual, taking advantage of
exactly.
Right, making it to his own advantage. Not like he was.
Exactly. You know, I'm from Anambra. I'm from Anambra State. Most Igbo people are mental about Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that calls for his release, he's like, most people feel like he's one of us. He's one of us. So it's not. I mean, Nigeria is. I call Nigeria a dangerous diversity. Nigeria is a dangerous diversity. It's a complicated place for Igbo, Yoruba, and all tribes in Nigeria. If you look at what happened in Lagos and the law they are enacting about how to favor the Yorubas, I can tell you, so those people don't care about Yorubas, not just Igbos.
Baba. We all know that.
They don't care about Yorubas. Anybody that care about Yorubas, anybody that care about Yorubas.
Yes. We never attempt to destroy Nigeria economy that way.
We always support any economic activity that is improving the city or the state and all that. I don't think. I think seeing Tinubu as the president, they want to bargain on the situation and continue to be relevant. It's a dangerous diversity for everybody. I will give a chance for other people to come. Thank you for your time, Maya.
Same to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am glad that you raised what you raised. But what I'm going to do next is that I want to show everybody something. Okay?
Hello,
my caller.
This is Julian from Colorado.
Second, okay? Please hang on. This indigenous law of Lagos, right, is not targeted at the big fish. Okay, non-Yorubas who have managed to build empire for themselves in Lagos. Okay, they are not the primary target. The primary target are the hardworking people, non-Yorubas, who put together their resources and save their money, bought land, and some of them are building their land, okay, as their own retirement place after all of that hard work. Now, you all know the problem of land in Lagos. What Obasandi and co are proposing is to legally harm the Omoniles in Lagos. And then they can easily target those they want to go after. For now, maybe the Igbos, but they said non-Yorubas. So the law like that will now empower Bales, all these thugs who have become kings in Lagos, Agberos, thugs, criminals, and a bunch of them, wearing different Yoruba theater crowns, and they call themselves Yoruba Obas. These are a bunch of land grabbers, okay? Illegal land grabbers in Lagos. Now, with Obasa's attempts, they will empower people like that. And all of you who bought land in Lagos 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the likes of these criminals, with Obasa and co, they will force you to come and verify your land paper. Maybe they will tell you to bring all your landed paper. You know, you've built your house 10 years ago, or you are Igbo, Abi. They want you out of their land. They want to take over your land. They will tell you to come and verify your documents. And they can tell you easily, your documents are fake. In Ogumbo in Lagos, they've already put out a notice. Everybody who bought land in this part of Lagos, Ogumbo and all that, they are compelled to show up with the document of their land, or else on so date, if they fail to bring all the landed documents they have, including the one they've built all their houses for verification. You know what that means? When they say they can't verify you, now there they go to begin to separate the Igbos they are targeting. Hard-working people who bought their lands in Lagos, they are the primary targets, not the big fish yet, just in case you care to know. My caller, I am so sorry I kept you waiting that long. I just had to say that. I almost forgot. Hello there.
Oh, no problem. This is Julian from Colorado.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. I am very, very happy for this program because apart from
me listening to you talking, and sometimes I get entertained. At the same time, sometimes I think about my life. The program makes me reflect on so many things, and it has come to a point. There's no need for us to pretend. Nigeria needs to go its separate ways. We need to split that country into all its fragments, because I don't see any solution coming from anywhere.
Because there's no sincerity. If you don't have sincerity with any solution,
at all, my brother, nothing. It's so frustrating, because I'm saying if I was there, probably maybe they would have arrested me, or because I have a kind of like your mind that when you speak, someone like you, if you speak the truth,
yes,
they get hurt and you could be arrested, like the worst thing, killed, just silence the person.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing is just for me, I just said, it's just best, let me just leave. Honestly. I pity a lot of people. A lot of people are there, is as if they are stalked. And I don't know how frustrated. A lot of people will be frustrated now. The situation in Lagos and other parts of the country. It's so sad. You can't even think of the solution. The pastors are not helping. All the clerics are not even helping matters. It's so bad. The situation in Nigeria is so bad.
Imagine somebody telling me that because the world is changing, there's something called self-preservation. They said the attempt of taking back people's lands and people's property using state law in this regard. They said Oyinbo does it. I was like, if you want to do that, for example, in Nigeria, first thing you have to do is to break up Nigeria. Break away first.
Yes.
And then you can begin to make laws for your country and say, oh, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't do that in a country you call one country, one Nigeria, where your law says as Nigerians, you can be anything, anywhere, without interest and all that. Can we stop the hypocrisy? That's what I'm saying, Baba.
Oh, God. Then secondly, that caller, Mohammed, the first day he called, I had already bought food. When I'm watching you, maybe sometimes I told you I can feel entertained and I reflect on so many things. But that day I just said, okay,
I know.
I bought Chinese. When that boy called, my blood was boiling. I was angry. I called, I dialed your number 266 times.
Wow.
Sometimes it will ring because other people were still calling. Yes. I was mad.
Just like
my God, please. We don't know. We love you. We love you so much. You don't want anything to happen to you.
I know.
That guy, don't trust him. I don't trust that guy. There was one other time he called. Your spirit is so strong. He didn't mention his name, but you called his name out and he said, yes, he's the one. That guy, I don't trust him at all. Because Nigeria is such an evil place. We don't know if they are using that guy. Even if I don't bloody care what his name is, whether it's Belgor or Belgore, whatsoever fucking name he has. Don't even trust him again. I think you should just block that guy. That guy should not. Because if all the callers on this program,
the people here are not comfortable and they feel like
I am not even
like, is that how you feel? You feel so strong about that, yeah? Julia.
Because after he called, when Osita now called, Osita called after he called. I was so outraged. I was calling that day. I couldn't even get through because a lot of calls. But this guy, he is not a truthful person. He is not real. I think I smell something sinister about him. And for you to have sensed that he was the one before he even called his name, it shows that, look, your spirit and this guy's spirit is not the same. Even most people, look, we wouldn't want anything to happen to you, God forbid.
I know.
We wouldn't want yet. Because what you are doing, you are speaking the truth. You are opening the minds of people. The message is going across, is going beyond what you can ever imagine.
I get that.
So I wouldn't want that Muhammad guy or whatever he calls his name. He should stop calling this program. If he starts tweeting or anything or
and then, indeed, Baba,
then See, look, let him know. My name is Juliet. If he tries anything, look, I will cause the living light out of him. Because number one, for you to come out to insult a human being, a man, someone that is doing something so innocent, speaking the truth, and now you want to put him down? No way. But Bible, ignore such people. Just know that the galaxy is your starting point. Nobody's going to put you down.
I know that.
Nobody should put you. Nobody has the right. Nobody has the power to put you down, because what you are doing, it's a talent. It's a talent that, I don't know. It's your gift. It's something unique to you.
You know something.
So if anybody wants to try you, if somebody wants to try you, like Belgore or whatever he calls his name, who the bloody person, I don't do that. Look, I'm outraged. Now I'm remembering what happened the first day. I don't want to go down. No. No.
You know what? I'm going to let you.
No, okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Just
okay, yeah.
Nothing will happen. I get people. And I know that, one thing is this. If you really want to, sorry, my caller, let me just say this quickly, okay? Some of you maybe we're kind of wondering how much or what kind of, what are the kind of people on Mayegun's Diary Political? Let me tell you. You see, you might see different platforms out there who does things like talk about things and all that. Mayegun's Diary is completely different from your kind of platforms, okay? You know the kind of people who watches Mayegun's Diary Political? People that you will ordinarily never see them watch YouTube or sit down and watch somebody because he's saying something. You know, they don't care. You know that kind of people? Busy people. People who busy with life. And if I could convince them that as much as they kind of want to live their life, and just do their thing without having to worry about a lot, I convince them. Do you understand? I convince the people that you would never ordinarily see before any screen and see them watching YouTube. I convince them that even if they pretend that what is happening in Nigeria doesn't concern them, but how this is going to concern them or affect them. A lot of them who have now become the disciples of the Temple of Truth today, older guys, middle-aged guys, younger guys, these are people who invested their time in understanding Mayegun. So sometimes if you are new and you are looking like, this Mayegun, I say this Mayegun can never do anything wrong in the face of his supporter. No, they are not stupid. They can smell the hypocrisy of some people from very far away. Okay? Like somebody trying to target Mayegun in a way to say, well, they will tell you, no. We are not here to test Mayegun. Mayegun is here to speak to our conscience. And what you do with that is completely yours. Now, if they smell the bullshit from far, where you want to come and take a dig at me, Baba, they go respond to you. I just want to tell you. It's not because they don't have the mind of their own. It's because they can sense when charlatans decide to kind of destroy something so good or target a good man like me. I'm a very good man, and my own people told me that. There are evidence of that. Don't target me, because in the face of my own disciples, the real supporters of Mayegun, who knows me very well, I can never do any wrong. Not in this kind of, you know what I mean? You can't get wrong with the way I speak. If you feel like I'm disrespecting people and the rest of that, to us, that's your problem. I can never be wrong. Do you understand what that means? When you are saying the truth, you can never be wrong. And guess what? When you are saying the truth as well, you don't even need to remember anything. Mayegun, but last week you told us that it was Kinikok. How come you are changing it again today? No, you will never find out around Mayegun. That's why I don't have to remember what I told you last week or what I told you last year or the last 10 years. And guess what? There are people who have been with Mayegun for 10 years. And one of the things that actually really marveled them is the fact that the Mayegun of 10 years ago is not different from the Mayegun of today. Now, when they say it's going to change, now so that they do, it's because you are new. So the likes of Julian and the rest of those who are going to call in to call out your bullshit is because they can sense it. If you suddenly feel like you want to challenge Mayegun, you can't challenge me. You can disagree with me. Mayegun, I disagree with you. You can't challenge me. I am not in any competition with anybody. Do you understand what that means? I've got believers, people that ordinarily you probably would never think they are the fans of Mayegun. They sing my praises in my lifetime. I sing mine as well. They give me my flower in my lifetime, and I take that from them all the time. So don't try it. I don't think you want to find out who are those behind Mayegun. You don't want to find out. They talk like that. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry I kept you longer than I planned.
Yeah, hello.
Are you still there?
Hello. Oh my goodness. This is I'm a first time caller. I'm a first time caller from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, bless
Can
you.
I get Damola?
Oh, Dami. Baba.
Yeah, Dami.
You are live anyway, so everybody can hear you. Please.
So before I even start, let me just give you your flowers. You know.
Thank you.
I'm one of those guys that I grew up in the United States. My dad sent me back. I did SS1, SS2, SS3.
Right.
So I was in Nigeria when Kanu was governor.
Oh, 99, 2000.
So, you know, yeah. So, you know, I can, you know, I understand him. You know, I understand when everybody was trying to say, oh, give him a chance. I know how evil that man is. But before we get to that, let me just give you your flowers. You don't know what you mean to us, you know, people like us in the United States, trying to figure out why are we so great everywhere but in Nigeria. I was on the ASA show the other day. I saw, you know what ASA is, like African Student Association.
Right.
Once I did an event there.
Right.
I saw Nigerians, Igbos, Yorubas, and Delta states getting along, you know, togetherness. But in Nigeria, you know, it's an issue, you know. So, you know, you mean a lot to us because, you know, listening to you every day gives me that kind of hope, strength, energy to know that one day we're going to be free from this evil and this tyranny. So I want to give you your flowers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Michael.
Thank you so much.
Coming from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. When you come to Atlanta, when you come to America, I can't wait. We're going to throw you a big party.
Really?
We're going to throw you a big party here.
Right.
You know,
I am going to Belfast.
When you come,
I'm going to Belfast at the end of this month or early next month, and it's going to be about the process of me coming to the US in October. So I plan on coming probably for 2 weeks.
Please.
All things being equal,
Please.
right? I will tell everybody here when that happens. I love to see everybody.
Oh, you have to come. No. We're going to do a big event. Maybe either in Atlanta or in New York, or we're going to have to do something massive when you come. We have to.
It's quite that's interesting, right? I look forward to that because I've heard that from so many people, and I kind of want to see that happen too. Baba, you know, let me say this quickly. I love the fact that you are able to call in it tonight and say this, Dami. Okay, I tell people all the time that this goes both ways, because when I come here and say something, I'm telling you what I know. In the process, right? Other people also calling to tell us what they know. So it's more or less like, you know, a learning curve for all of us, trying to understand ourselves and at the same time trying to tell ourselves what we know about Nigeria without having to sugarcoat or cut down. Maybe if we get to be honest with ourselves and reduce the act of living in denial, maybe by so doing, we will all begin to take this issue serious, you know, that kind of thing. So, and I appreciate the fact that a lot of you also makes it more interesting on this platform where, you know, I mean, we all learn. So if by any means I stop being me, it's not going to be your loss. It's going to be my loss too, because I'm going to lose all these beautiful people who spend their evening, their morning, their afternoon to contribute to what we now have and call the Mayegun's Diary Political. So it goes both ways. And I'm always grateful to every one of you. I can't see everyone at the same time, but you have no idea how eternally I am grateful for what you have done in my life. All of you. This changed my life.
Daddy Dio.
It changed my life. I have met people that I will never meet in my life, right? I have connected with a lot of people that ordinarily they will never know me. Now we have built a community. No matter how far we live apart, we tend to be so together every night like this, and it has become a sort of a tradition. That's a life-changing one, Baba.
Everybody around me, like even girl I'm talking to, you must be quiet when my ego is talking. Straight up, like I don't miss that 3 o'clock. I don't miss it. But let's get to the point,
please.
You know, there's this thing that keep bothering me, because me, the way I came, you know, my whole movement for me going up in America, going back to Nigeria, you know, it was kind of strange because, you know, in America, the curriculum is kind of slow. You know, Nigeria, they graduate early. So when I went to Nigeria, I saw how smart these people are. And I couldn't, when, you know, I went SS1, SS2, SS3.
Right.
Then when I got back to the United States, I couldn't understand for the life of me why Nigeria look like that and the United States look like this.
As young as you
in every single, in every single industry in the United States, we are running. In every single university in the United States, there's a Nigerian top 5. Every single university in the United States, there's a Nigerian breaking barriers. So, you know, this thing kind of got me down, depressed, sad. I mean, some of these politicians, don't you guys have national pride?
Exactly.
Aren't you guys? We went from being a country that was once richer than China, richer than most of these countries,
now
to the bottom.
Than Somalia.
To the bottom. So, you know, I've been depressed, but one day I stumbled, like early last year, I stumbled upon your program. And it was just like food to my soul. Like, you know, now all my cousins calling me from Nigeria, I'm giving them the news. They don't know the news. They're too busy working. They're too busy hustling. Most Nigerians don't even know the news. When my cousin call me and they want to start telling me about Kanu, I'll give them facts. They don't even understand how I'm getting the facts. They don't know that I got that my uncle, I'm a part of the Temple of Truth. So they'll come and they'll start to tell me lies, one lie after the other, one lie after the other. One time, one APC guy called me. He said, you know, Badebo, you know, he do weed. He smoke weed.
Like,
I said, yeah, but your principal does cocaine. Your principal does coke. He does cocaine. So he kept quiet right away. He didn't say nothing anymore. He kept quiet right away because he knows it's true. So, you know, like I said, like, I really want to thank you. I'm so much more enlightened because of this show. This show is a very educational show. You will go down in history as one of those people that fight against the establishment. You will go down in history as one of those people that said no to evil.
Yes.
You might not be the one that gets us free, but it might come from you. And we are not going to give up till we free our people from that tyranny. We can't blame.
Dammy, thank you so much.
We can't blame. Yes.
Thanks, Baba. I mean, I kind of always give that privilege to first-time callers because I don't know when next I'm going to be lucky to speak to you again. You know what I mean? Like, go on. Sorry, you want to say something?
Call it. No, this is my first time. I call. Today I didn't know. I couldn't watch the show, but I put it on. I realized that at the calling stage, so I just started calling.
And here we
so
are.
I got lucky today.
You see, what I tell people, Baba, you know what I tell people? When you are calling to get on the program, right? And then it happened that you didn't have a chance of getting on, right? But whenever you finally get on, you see that kind of, oh my God, it's connected, right? It's the same way I feel. Honestly, because I can tell somebody who is calling for the first time, right? And it's the same connection, like, oh, I'm meeting somebody new for the first time, like after all these years. Dammy, you are leaving me with that kind of feeling as well, okay? I hope I'm lucky.
Yeah, thank
Cheers,
you.
Baba.
Thank you so much.
Nice
Thank
one.
you too, man. God bless, brother.
And you too. You have a good one. I have another caller, and like I said, if you are still here, please help us still like this broadcast because we are rounding up soon. Hello there.
Hello, General.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am.
How you doing now? I called yesterday. Oh.
You did? I know. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
Well, very well. Thanks for asking. So,
I'm
we're
calling
back again.
to echo what. Yes, I want to echo what our Colorado brother said. Not Coloso, but the guy that called from Colorado. That's what I mean.
On Coloso, no.
Not on the Coloso. Yeah. You see, yesterday I said something about Muhammad. I do not. That guy, he makes me very uncomfortable, and I was like, I don't think you should give him audience. See, he called today. He still called today, and then all of a sudden he's now sounding like, oh, he's not having sense. Like this is like chameleon behavior, like slippery behavior, and I think he's like. Yeah, I think he's part of the, say you just start to do TikTok. I think he's part of the TikTok people that just found about Mayegu, and he just come here. So please, if I say go block that guy, like, no, they give him audience.
No, we have a way around it, my lady, right? When you are not comfortable, because I do say something, I am here to make everybody comfortable, not everybody to agree with me. Do you get that now? Not comfortable that way, all right? I mean, like, if you are even going to be sitting here, we'll know all the existing differences that all of us have. We won't pretend about it.
Yeah.
Now, if I am firing the politicians and some people feel like I'm talking about the people they know, right? We'll tell them, well, listen, this is what we do here, okay? If you don't like it, you can exit, right? But whenever all of you who took your time to sit down there and listen to Mayegun, some of you are engaging yourself in the comment section, which is also part of this whole show, right? Making friends, exchanging banters, information and all that. Then from nowhere, a stray dog just entered you, distract you, start abusing you, attacking you, or abusing Mayegun. Now, taking all of you away from that cordial conversation to now saying, who is this person? I always kind of agree that people like that, anybody that makes my viewers uncomfortable, all right? They are not welcome here. I don't care how many they are. Okay, so we will get rid of them until all of you stop talking about this Mohammed. I will do something. Right?
Thank you.
Lady,
and also, I wanted to also say that this, the breaking news of Emefiele being suspended, make Nigerians know to the job, because I think we get excited over rubbish too quickly. As they are saying they are suspending Emefiele, I'm already seeing headline of Tinubu has stopped another person for the bigger fraud they want to do. See, so make nobody, so we should not be getting too excited. Yes, Emefiele is the ultimate devil that made us to force us into 200 naira that we will not know where the money, how the money lays circulation, and not understand the game. But it is just like the next step to the bigger fraud. So there's nothing to get excited about. So just wanted to let people know.
Do you remember when I said Emefiele will be the fall guy? Okay.
Yeah.
And Emefiele is going to be like the new Dasuki. Somebody they have to use as the poster boy of everything that is wrong with Buhari's government. They're going to start probing him. They're going to start saying they found something. They're going to say he has this money, he has this house, and it's going to be in the news. I said that weeks ago, remember?
I remember that day, even with all the fraud that all the other people, even that aviation minister guy, they go come out eye for there.
Emefiele is going to be the new Dasuki. Watch out, right? But telling him to resign, telling him to telling him to resign, and then telling the media that he has been suspended. A conflicting news. Do you know that president can suspend the central bank governor by law? He will need to write it to the National Assembly that is he wants him replaced, and he will send another name. But the media already said he's suspended. No, he's not suspended. They told him to go and tender his resignation after briefing them the last time.
God, there's nothing like the rule of law is out of the window in Nigeria. So I don't even bother. It's all it's all game. Anyway, let somebody else have opportunity.
Thank you. You should have a good night, all right? So
you too, good night.
We go. My time is kind of up. But I am thinking I should. I'll take one call, just one last one, all right? I know we still have about 20 minutes, but we are finishing early, all right? So let me take this as the last call. We don't have much time here. Hello there.
Yeah.
Hey, Osita. Now you can't take the last.
Yes. Oh, bless me today. It's the most beautiful Friday, then.
It is. It's looking at now because comparing the fact that you are in the US, mine is already wrapping up. Yours is just showing. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been trying to call. And I'm looking at my dial. I think I dialed for 103 times. So is that not wonderful?
I mean, one of them finally actually click, and that's all that matter. You know that?
That will tell you how intoxicating the truth that proceeded out of your mouth, how it has been. It is intoxicating. Every right thinking person will always want to be part of your show, will always want to listen to you.
Thank you.
Because it's difficult to find truth in the part of the world where we come from. And that is the reason sometimes when you are saying that truth, some people are laughing. Some people are, sometimes, believe me, when I look into this program even, we're only talking about Muhammad, but there are so many Muhammad here.
Sure.
Because some people will come here, all they want to make jest is, they will see, what the obedience are doing. But I feel sorry for anybody who thinks they will come here. Believe me, and you would think you can talk down on this youth or this bold youth that the government has not given anything, but yet they find a way to cry. They find a way to tell you that they are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes.
But yet somebody will come here who is an elderly person, will come here, and the person will just laugh. Oh, the obedience. Oh, and you see, this person is doing one thing in Labour Party. Labour Party is not all about party. It's not the regular party we have in Nigeria. The Labour Party that you have in Nigeria, it is the obedient people who want to force a change in the society.
Yes.
No matter how you want to force the change is change.
That's right.
Everybody's got to play their own different role. Even when you are fighting war, the armies, they take on the ground. The Marines, the Navy, they take on the sea. The Air Force, they take on the air. Everybody's got to play their own role. Not thinking that, it must be certainly the way you know how best to do it. Somebody was talking to you, the last caller was talking to you. He was telling you something about you might not be the person to set Nigerians free. But the truth is that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. Once upon a time begins a beautiful story.
That's right.
You have already created that path for others to follow. What do you mean by others following? What you mean by others following is that they have to follow to do their own path. And not just to follow. And not just to follow to behave like a disgruntled people. So you have to follow to do your own path, to play your own role. But it's not for you to come up here and you laugh. Like I told you, there are many Muhammad here. They would just tell you, everybody wants, everybody wants it to be all about tribe. That if it is my tribesman that is ruling, there's no problem. But if you are a true son of the soil, because the true son of the soil is that man that knows that whether you are rich or you are poor, whether you are good or you are bad, you will end up going 6 feet below. You will die one day. I am one of this person. If somebody comes to meet me and tell me, Ozani Omaku, I don't get angry because it is appointed unto every man that is born of a woman to die. So it's not an issue. So what everybody loves is that if it is my tribesman, we don't care. They can come out here just like that boy does. They will come up here. They will talk as if they are sympathizing with us.
Going corner.
Yes, we don't need sympathizers. What we need is people that have empathy.
Yes.
We don't need people to sympathize with us.
No, not
because
sympathizers.
It is our fight. It is our fight. It is not left for any one person. It's not left for Mayegu. It's not left for me.
No,
but we will have to put our resources together to make this thing work. Believe me, I feel so sad. Anytime I see people come up here, instead of they talk the difference. I was telling my friend here that the difference between where we come from in Nigeria, and the white, the difference between we and them. What CNN, what Sky News, whenever they are talking about political issues, believe me, you see them, they feel like crying. They feel like crying when they are talking about it because it is something that affects their future.
Yes.
But if it's our own, we will laugh. What's the most Sunday go? People here. But life don't work like that. Why are you empowering them as if they did something big? If not because of there's a gang up in Nigeria, I wouldn't lie to you. As big as I am, most of them cannot come before me and say nonsense. I will slap the hell out of that one. But one thing that the Bible says, by the arms of the flesh shall no man prevail. It is not all about if we go there to go and fight them just like that, they will kill all of us because they have the gun. But what do we do? What we will do, like my father will say. My father will say in Igbo language, meaning that if all of us come there, we piece together, we urinate together, you will see the bubbles when you go bring out. That is what my father used to say to us. Because we can't do this thing alone, individually.
No.
When you come up here and say, oh, I don't shower after all, I don't support Obi, I don't support Obi. If you don't support Obi, support what those movements stand for. Support what that movement stands for. It is not all about Obi. Obi is a billionaire. If he likes, he doesn't even care about Nigeria. He will survive. After all, he knows his way around them.
Yes.
They will be even glad. They will be glad to have him in their boat.
On their side, exactly.
On their side, they will be happy. So it is not all about Obi, but it's all about the movement. This movement is the only movement that can liberate Nigeria. That we will break, that we will go our separate ways. Are we surprised? Well, are we surprised what happened in Labour Party that somebody who was elected? I am not surprised. If everybody is surprised, I am not.
No.
Because if you just take time, even if you put a reverend father there, this thing you look at, that system is going to eat him. Because if you dare say that it is that system you are going to operate on, if Obi says that system is going to operate on, if he's the president, tell me, I'm telling you, my brother, he will certainly lose.
It will end up the
If
same.
anybody don't know, you should know it now. The major reason that Afenifere they supported Obi was for one reason. He accepted to do their will, what they want him to do, what Afenifere stands for. That is the reason they supported him. So people are not getting all these things. I look at people, all we care about, oh, Arawani, all one name, oh, no nonsense. Those things are not going to help us. Rather, it is killing us and killing us and killing us.
And
that is
so
what
slowly. Osita, thank you so much.
And
go on.
And that is what the thing that this so-called cabal, this criminal, what they depend on is only to divide us so that they can rule over us. But if they cannot divide us, they can never rule over us. Thank you, my brother.
God bless
and
you.
God bless
Osita, you just gave something that we can call valedictory speech. I don't want to add to it because I don't want to kill your your vibe. All of you who listen to Osita now, I'm just going to say thank you, everybody, for being part of this tonight, okay? We are going to see again, and that will be the next time. Yes, you can still like and share and even subscribe to this channel. The next time I'm going to see you, it's going to be another interesting time. Don't miss it. And good night to all of us.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na him be number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Igbó nìna kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.